Hey, quiet warriors. Have you ever felt like your life is caught between two worlds? Like every day you wake up trying your hardest, pushing forward, doing everything you think you're supposed to do, yet something inside still feels stuck. It's that quiet heaviness you rarely talk about, the one that sits on your chest when you're alone with your thoughts. You know you're capable of more. You can feel it. You can sense it. But for some reason, you're not living it yet. And no matter how hard you try, it feels like you're walking through an invisible resistance that no one else sees. There's a frustration that builds in moments like that. Not the loud kind. The silent kind. The kind that only grows in the private corners of your mind. You start to wonder why things aren't shifting, why your efforts don't seem to match the results you want. And somewhere inside, it burns. Not because you're weak, but because a deeper part of you knows you're meant for more. But what if the real reason you haven't reached the next level isn't because you're lacking anything? What if the truth is much simpler, and much harder to accept? What if the reason you feel stuck is because you've been holding on to comfort instead of letting yourself grow? Comfort is subtle. It doesn't show up as laziness. It shows up as familiar patterns, familiar thoughts, familiar habits. Even the uncomfortable ones. And comfort will keep you exactly where you are. Growth, on the other hand, demands discomfort. It demands friction. It demands pressure. And pressure hurts. As Marcus Aurelius said, what stands in the way becomes the way. The very thing that feels difficult, the very weight you don't want to carry, that's the thing shaping you. And deep down, you know it. You know that nothing meaningful in your life was ever born from ease. So let me ask you something. Are you willing to let go of comfort long enough to actually grow? Are you willing to embrace the struggle instead of trying to run from it? Because if you're tired of feeling stuck, tired of feeling like you're circling the same place over and over again, then stay with me. And if you're ready, truly ready, to step into the strength waiting inside you, then join the mindset we build here on Stoic Quiet Strength. Power in silence. If you want to grow into the version of yourself you keep imagining, go ahead and subscribe. Not as a favor, but as a decision. A commitment to yourself. You felt it, haven't you? That inner tension. The strange space between who you are and who you're becoming. It's like you're standing in a doorway between two worlds. Behind you, the familiar version of you, the one who's been fighting, surviving, trying to figure life out. And in front of you, the person you know you can be. That future version of you who stands tall, steady, grounded. The version that lives the life you want, the one with clarity, purpose, and strength. You've seen glimpses of that person. Not in dreams, but in moments, small flashes where you behave differently, think differently, choose differently. Moments where you feel aligned with a deeper part of you. Those glimpses aren't illusions. They're previews. Signs of the person you're in the process of becoming. And right now, you're in the gap between these two selves. It's not a comfortable place. It's not supposed to be. It's heavy, confusing, and unstable. Some days you feel like you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Other days, you feel like you've fallen back to the beginning. But here's the part no one tells you, that gap, that uncomfortable in-between, is exactly where transformation happens. As Epictetus said, difficulties are things that show what men are. The discomfort, the uncertainty, the pressure, they're not signs you're lost. They're signs that you're becoming. This space is not your punishment. It's your training ground. Stop trying to rush it. Stop trying to bypass it. This is where you're being reshaped. This is where you're becoming someone who can carry the life you keep asking for. Growth never comes from the calm. It comes from the storm. It comes from stretching, from resisting the old version of yourself until it finally breaks. And yes, it's messy. It's not linear. Some days you wake up full of hope, ready to take on the world, feeling like everything is finally about to click. Then the next day, you feel drained, unsure, questioning everything. That's not failure. That's the rhythm of transformation. Think about it. When you're in the middle of becoming someone new, how could it ever feel predictable? How could it feel stable? Stability exists in who you used to be. Growth lives in friction. Growth lives in uncertainty. And truthfully, you're stronger than you think you are. You're further along than you believe. The gap tricks you into thinking nothing is happening, but everything is happening. You just can't see it yet. This is the part where most people give up. Not because they're weak, but because they misunderstand the process. They think progress should feel good. They think becoming their best self should come with motivation and momentum every single day. But progress doesn't feel like progress while you're in it. It feels like confusion. It feels like doubt. It feels like you're walking through fog. But here's what you need to remember. Every day you show up, especially on the days you feel stuck, that's where you're growing. That's where you're building the strength you'll need later. Those days matter the most. As Seneca wrote, it is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. And that road is the one you're on right now. The roughness, the weariness, the uncertainty, they're shaping you. They're preparing you. But let's talk honestly for a moment. Doubt is going to show up. It always does. Not because you're on the wrong path, but because you're finally pushing beyond the limits of who you've been. Doubt is a companion of growth. It whispers questions that cut deep. What if I'm not enough? What if I fail? What if nothing changes? Those questions feel heavy. They feel personal. But they are not signs of weakness. They're signs that you're stretching. They're signs that you're aiming for something bigger than your current self can hold. You're not supposed to eliminate doubt. You're supposed to act in spite of it. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Doubt will rise, but you choose what to do next. And every time you take a step forward despite that doubt, you become stronger than it. You've already taken steps most people never take. You've already walked through moments where quitting would have been easier, but you didn't. You're already in the process, whether you see the progress or not. And that alone means you're closer to that future version of yourself than you realize. Let me tell you something important. You don't need to see big results yet. The clarity you want doesn't come at the beginning of the journey. It comes later, when you look back and realize every confusing step, every setback, every difficult decision was actually moving you forward. Right now, your job isn't to feel certain. Your job is to keep going. Keep showing up. Keep choosing the version of yourself you want to become, even when you don't feel like you're there yet. But it's okay to admit that this phase is heavy. You're carrying two identities at once. The part of you that's still attached to old habits, old fears, old limitations. And the part of you that's reaching for something higher, something aligned with your potential. These versions of you are colliding. And that pressure you feel, that's the weight of transformation. That's the friction of evolution. You're being stretched. And like anything being stretched, it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel stable. It feels like something inside you is being rewritten. And that's exactly what's happening. The old version of you is fighting to stay alive. The new version of you is fighting to emerge. And that tension is why some days feel so heavy. But this weight isn't breaking you. It's forging you. It's strengthening you in ways you won't fully understand until later. Transformation isn't clean. It's not a perfect sequence of victories. It's messy. It's unpredictable. It's emotional. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll feel lost. But every moment is part of the process. Every up and down is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more grounded. And while it may not feel like it, you're carrying momentum. Even on the days where it seems like nothing is happening, everything is happening. The strength you gain today may not reveal itself until months from now. The discipline you build today may not show results until long after you've forgotten how hard this phase was. That's why this process requires trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the path. Trust in the fact that the struggle is sculpting you. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Not as a dismissal, but as a reminder that you are capable of withstanding more than you think. You've already survived things you once believed would break you. And now you're facing the challenge of becoming who you're meant to be. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you pushed yourself beyond what felt safe? When was the last time you kept going even though every part of you wanted to stop? Those moments, those private battles, are the real milestones. They're proof that you're moving forward. You might not see the progress yet. That's normal. True progress is invisible until it isn't. It's quiet. It's subtle. It builds slowly, silently, beneath the surface. And that's why the discomfort you feel isn't a setback. It's evidence that you're growing. Growth doesn't feel like victory. It feels like pressure. Like uncertainty. Like a silent fight within your own mind. And you're winning that fight every time you refuse to give up. Some days you'll wake up full of fire, ready to make things happen. And some days you'll wonder if anything you do matters. Both days count. Both days build you. Both days move you closer to the person you're becoming. But here's the truth most people never understand. Motivation won't carry you across the gap. Motivation is a spark, not a fuel source. It fades. It comes and goes. That's why people who rely on motivation never make it far. Consistency is what builds the bridge between who you are and who you're meant to be. Not perfection. Consistency. As Epictetus said, no great thing is created suddenly. The life you want isn't built in one moment. It's built in thousands of small actions. Actions repeated with quiet discipline. Actions that feel insignificant in the moment but powerful over time. Consistency is the silent force behind transformation. It's what allows you to keep going even when doubt whispers in your ear. Even when the results aren't visible. Even when the path feels slow. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You just have to show up. Over and over again. Even on the days when you feel empty. Especially on the days when you feel empty. That's where the new you is built. And this is where most people misunderstand their own journey. They think progress is supposed to feel like momentum. Like excitement. Like constant clarity. But in reality, progress often feels like confusion. Like stillness. Like nothing is happening. And that illusion is what makes so many people quit right before everything begins to shift. The gap between who you are and who you're becoming is not a straight path. It's a winding road with contradictions. One day you feel like you're finally understanding your purpose. The next day you feel lost and unsure. One moment you think you're on the right track. The next moment you question everything. This back and forth doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're alive. It means you're in motion. It means you're in the middle of becoming. And becoming has never been a clean, simple process. If you want straight lines and predictability, stay the same. Remain who you've always been. Growth demands uncertainty. It demands faith in invisible progress. It demands that you keep moving long before you see results. And I know that's not easy. There are days when you wake up with fire in your chest, ready to conquer everything in your way. And there are days when you can barely pull yourself out of bed. You question whether you're strong enough, focused enough, disciplined enough. You wonder if you're even meant to reach the life you want. That emotional swing, that quiet internal storm, is a sign that you're carrying the weight of transformation. You're holding pieces of the old you while reaching for the new you. And those two identities will collide as long as you're in the middle. That collision is not a setback. It's the very tension that strengthens you. As Seneca said, fire tests gold, adversity tests the brave. And you're being tested, not to break you, but to reveal you. To show you what you're made of. To show you how badly you truly want the life you say you want. But most importantly, to prepare you for the moment when everything you're working toward finally arrives. And here's something you need to understand. Doubt does not mean you're on the wrong path. Doubt appears precisely when you're getting close to something meaningful. It's the mind's way of checking your commitment. Asking you, are you sure you want this? Are you willing to push through everything that comes with it? People who never doubt themselves aren't brave, they're not trying anything new. They're staying within the boundaries of their old identity. But you're stepping into unfamiliar ground. And that is why doubt feels so loud. Don't let that fool you. Doubt is a signal of expansion. A sign that you're stretching beyond the life you used to settle for. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And right now, the challenge is not to silence doubt, it's to not let it color your reality. You're allowed to question yourself. You're allowed to feel uncertain. But you must still move. Because transformation doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. Every time you choose action over fear, you're becoming someone different. Someone stronger. Someone who carries quiet power. Someone aligned with your deepest potential. But let's talk about something we all try to avoid, struggle. You try to escape it, reason with it, run from it. You hope it disappears so you can finally feel like everything is falling into place. But the Stoics understood something that most people still run from today. Struggle is not an interruption in your journey. Struggle is the path. Marcus Aurelius saw obstacles as opportunities. Epictetus reminded us that we cannot control what happens, only how we respond. Seneca said that difficulty is what shapes character. There's no version of transformation without discomfort. No version of greatness without pressure. No version of growth without struggle. And if you're feeling the weight of it right now, that doesn't mean you're off track, it means you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Think about anyone you admire. Anyone who has built a meaningful life. Anyone who has grown into a stronger version of themselves. They didn't reach that point because their journey was smooth. They reached it because they endured what most people run from. They stayed when it was hard. They pushed when nothing made sense. They moved forward even when they felt broken. And that decision, to continue, is what created the transformation. You're not failing because you're struggling. You're struggling because you're growing. Stop expecting the path to feel easy. Easy paths lead to nowhere. The struggle you feel is the pressure shaping you. Each hard moment is forging resilience. Each doubt-filled morning is strengthening your inner core. Each setback is teaching you how to stand again. The life you want isn't built in comfort. It's built in moments like this. The days when you feel like you're not enough. The days when everything feels slow. The days when you question whether the effort is worth it. The days when you feel invisible. The days when no progress is visible. These are the days sculpting the version of you who will one day look back and understand exactly why this stretch of your life was necessary. You're not supposed to see the progress every day. You're supposed to trust that it's unfolding beneath the surface. Because transformation is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't tap you on the shoulder and say, "You're doing great." It grows in silence. It grows in the in-between moments. It grows in your darkest hours. And that's why consistency is your greatest ally. Not motivation. Motivation is temporary. It fades. It rises and falls. It's unreliable. But consistency is the anchor in chaos. It's the force that strengthens you even on your weakest days. You don't have to transform in one big leap. You transform through small, repetitive actions that accumulate over time. You transform by showing up when you don't feel like it. By doing the work even when it feels fruitless. By choosing discipline over excuses. As Epictetus said, do not explain your philosophy. Embody it. And that's what consistency allows you to do. It's not about saying who you want to become. It's about living it one step at a time, one day at a time, even when no one is watching. You're not in a race against anyone. You're not behind. You're not late. The life you're building will arrive at the exact moment you're ready to hold it. Not before. Not after. And readiness isn't built in achievement, it's built in struggle. It's built in uncertainty. It's built in the in-between. Because that's where you discover your strength. Some days you'll feel like everything is aligning. Other days you'll feel like you're sinking. But both days are part of the journey. Both days build you. Both days matter. And one day, without warning, something clicks. Not because you stumbled into luck. Not because life suddenly became easier. But because everything you went through finally reveals its purpose. The fog lifts. The path makes sense. The struggle becomes clear. And you realize that you were never stuck. You were never failing. You were being prepared. That moment, when everything aligns, isn't just a breakthrough. It's a becoming. It's the moment your inner growth catches up with your outer reality. And you finally feel like the person you were always meant to be. But let's be honest. The hardest part of this entire journey isn't the obstacles themselves. It's the waiting. The patience. The uncertainty. The space between effort and reward. The time between planting the seed and seeing the bloom. It's hard to keep going when nothing seems to be changing. It's hard to believe in yourself when progress feels invisible. It's hard to trust the path when every step feels like a guess. But this waiting, this silent stretch of time, is not empty. It's not wasted. It's not meaningless. This is the part of your story where your character is built. Where your mind is sharpened. Where your strength is forged. Seneca said, there is no easy way from the earth to the stars. And that's because every great transformation requires you to walk through moments where you cannot see the finish line. Moments where you rely on faith, on discipline, on inner quiet strength. Transformation demands a version of you that can carry the weight of what's coming. And that version is being built right now. In the uncertainty. In the discomfort. In the waiting. One day, you will look back at this chapter of your life and understand why every moment felt so heavy. You will see that the struggle was not a barrier, it was a doorway. A necessary passage. And the person you've become on the other side will make every second worth it. But don't wait for that future moment to validate your journey. Don't wait for proof to believe in yourself. Believe now. Trust now. Keep going now. Because the breakthrough you want is not somewhere far away. It's growing inside you. It's forming quietly, steadily, with every step you take. Every moment of doubt. Every moment of discipline. Every moment you choose to rise again. You're not lost. You're transforming. You're not failing. You're becoming. You're not stuck. You're being shaped. And you are far closer to the life you want than you think. So keep going. Keep walking through the fog. Keep trusting the process even when it feels slow. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. The breakthrough will come. And when it does, you'll understand why it took this long. Why it required so much of you. Why it felt heavy before it felt clear. Because the version of you that will receive that breakthrough is not the version standing here right now. It's the version being created in this exact moment. Through every struggle. Through every doubt. Through every quiet act of consistency. You're not just moving toward your breakthrough, you are becoming the person capable of holding it. And when you finally arrive at that place, when you see everything clearly, when you feel the strength you've built inside you, you'll realize something powerful. It was never just about reaching the destination. It was about who you became on the way there. Your journey is your shaping. Your struggle is your teacher. Your silence is your strength. And if this message resonates with you, if it speaks to the part of you that's quietly fighting to grow, then take the next step. Continue this path with me. Explore the lessons waiting for you. And remember, you are stronger than you know, and closer than you think. This is Stoic quiet strength. Power in silence.